Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today we're going to be creating a little bit of ephemera for my Bohemian Beauty Journal. This is the one that I've been working on, that I've done a couple of Sunday's Art of Truth on, and we've done a little bit of flip throughs. We've added a little bit of ephemera already, but we're going to continue to work on that journal. As I have mentioned before, the journal is a giveaway. And I already have picked someone that's going to be receiving this journal. So I do this a lot, so I hope that you'll keep watching. If there's a journal that I'm making that you really fall in love with, I'll be offering the same deal, unless I'm making it for my own personal journal, obviously. So today we're going to be making this little flip folio thing. And I believe that I learned this off of... I'll have to look it up. I didn't make note of it before I sat down to the computer, but I'll be sure to link the video in her video in my over on my blog in the supply list or in the video description. So we're going to make this little foldy thing, and it's got a little bit of a paper pad here. And then mine, it was the first one I made, so I did have to do some fidgeting, and I had to put this other piece of paper on it for, I think, because of the eyelet that I put on. So I'll be doing this one a little bit differently, but it does have room for a little pocket and space for some journaling cards or a little tag. So I'm not going to be doing the closure on it like I did here. Oh, let's see if it says on here, treasure books. Treasure books is where I watched that video. So that's what we're going to try to replicate today. I've got my little scrap basket here. This is just the cutoffs for the papers that I used in this journal. So we'll be digging around. I also just purchased this stamp thing where you can actually put the words together. And so we might do a little bit of stamping just on the fly. I'm a little disappointed because they don't stay together very well, but I'll be able to make it work, so it's okay. I've already cut my coffee dyed paper down to the size that I need in terms of width. We'll be working on, as we put it together and make the folds, we'll determine how deep or how long the paper needs to be. Same with the actual base. So I went ahead and printed a piece from the kit, and then I printed a coffee dyed paper on the back. Both of these are from Medieval Mirage. So I'm just going to set that basket aside, and we're going to get going. So what we want to do is go ahead and take this paper and fold it. We're going to fold this down. We're going to first decide how far way down we want the top fold to go. That's totally up to you and what you like and what you want. I'm just folding mine down a bit, and I will get the measurements here in a second. Forgot to pull my bone folder out. Sorry, guys. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and give that a good crease. And then we're going to fold this one up. This one I had go over, as you can see. I don't think that Natasha did that. I think her closure was, she had like a gap in between, and I don't know if I just didn't watch the video thoroughly or wasn't paying attention, but mine didn't go that way, which is perfectly fine. You can totally design this the way that you want it. I'm gonna go up above, so I'm gonna have that overlap. So let me just get that lined up, just making sure that it's even across the edges of the paper there. I'm going to give it a crease. I will need to ink as we go along here, but we'll ink here in just a second. So we've got our folio, our base. So I'm just going to get my journal out here so that we can make sure that it's going to fit, which that's going to be the perfect size right there. Looks like I'm a little uneven on this edge, so I'm going to go ahead and get my cutter out and trim that off. I believe the width of mine was 4 1/4, but again, you want to evaluate that based on your journal size and what you want it to look like. There we go. So that's nice and evened up. So before we ink, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and then we're going to measure how much we need. Boy, that was a bad cut. Let me see if I can fix that. Wow, that was terrible. Hopefully I can even it out without causing a problem here. My cutter just does not work very well for me a lot of days. It just wants to tear, and it's a new blade, so not sure what's up with that. So our notepad is going to go here. So we only want it to be, I'm going to make a mark so that you can see it on camera here, right there. Actually, let me ink that edge really quick. Now, again, we want our notepad to just be this size, just slightly smaller than this. So I've cut 3 pieces of paper, the width of the journal. I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit because I did trim my sides, and I'm not going to fuss with that cutter anymore. So I'm just going to get out the big mama here and do a quick trim here. This one always behaves well, so I'm going to just use it. So I want it to be substantially small, not substantially, but probably 1/4 of an inch in total, smaller than the base. There we go. So that is just perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and decide where the let's see, we need to fold it in half so that we get 6 pages out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a mark here so that we know where our fold is. Go ahead and fold that. Doesn't have to be precise, guys. Just going to do that. Okay, and then this is excess, which excess will be used for something else. I'm just going to cut it with my scissors here. I don't care if it's perfect. I don't know about you guys, but there we go. So we're going to give this a good crease. There we go. And then we're going to staple it into the to this section here. So it looks like it might be a little bit long. Oh, maybe it's okay. Let me grab my stapler. I forgot. There we go. And I need to get my pad out because my stapler, the reach on my stapler is not going to work on this. So I'm going to get my foam out so that I can go ahead and use it to do my stapling. There we go. So you're going to go ahead and put that fold line right on the fold of that part of the paper. So if that makes any sense. I know I'm probably not making a lot of sense right now, but we're just going to have fun. Experiment. So I'm going to stand up here so that I can get a good angle here. And I'm just going to give that a good press. Perfect. And then one over here. I'm just trying to go kind of evenly on that along there, which I did a pretty good job there. So, but now it's stapled to the pad, so we're going to go ahead and push those staples in. There we go. Just get rid of this now. I'm going to try to find something that I can press that down with, make sure that those staples are really not sticking up. That would be a bad surprise for somebody. I want to get one of those long-armed staplers. I think that would be awesome. There we go. All right, so there our paper pad is in. So now we can go ahead and fold that back down. Oh, it's a little bit off. What happened there? That's okay. That's okay. All right, so now we can go ahead and put a pocket on this. Now, how does the pocket work? Let's take out the prototype here. Interesting. I guess just because I constructed it differently, it's gonna lay out differently. So let's just see what kind of magic we can have happen. I think we can go ahead and do a pocket. It's just not gonna go down here. It's gonna go like mid-page. So I'm just gonna pick, I've got a bunch of, well, let's go ahead and use the paper that we already had. That will work. This is just the other part of that paper from the base. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark it here. Just going to mark it about right there. I'm going to try to use my little cutter. It doesn't really like the really thin paper, I think is why I was having trouble. Now I can't see my mark. Goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. So we're just making a little pocket is all. Simple, not difficult. We're going to go ahead and give it a thumb hole. Ink it up a bit. Oops. Really excited that somebody wants this journal. It blesses my heart. I don't sell my art anymore. It's a pain in the neck. And I don't need to sell my art, so I'm not going to. So when I glue this in, I'm going to come up a generous space here from this fold because we've got all that paper there. So I'm going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue to put that on. Okay, so and as I mentioned before, I like to hold my thumb there so that I know what edges I'm gluing. We're just going to do a little bit of decorating just kind of on the fly here. I didn't pre-plan it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pocket about right there, and of course trying to space it evenly from either side, like so. And then I think we'll make a tag with the other side, and kind of just play around with a little bit of collagey bits here. I think we'll do a journal card, and let's see, I pulled these tags out. These are just random pre-cut tags. I used to teach mixed media, so I've got a lot of this kind of stuff already cut out that I thought maybe I would dig into here. Let's see if we find anything that seems like it would work. That's kind of a pattern thing. That's kind of neat. I want something that, yeah, because that can be written on, so that's nice. So it looks like that is it for that basket. Okay, so this will be a great little tag. I'm not going to put anything on the top of it because my other one bulked up pretty much just with that tag, because I put a little bit of lace in and a button. So I'm just going to leave this nice and simple. I may come back to it and do more. We'll see. So this can go in here, and then we'll make a journal card as well. So back to the paper here. So we want the journal card to be just slightly smaller than the pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that right about there. Today. So there's one journal card. go, like so. I think that actually looks kind of nice. So we're going to go ahead and, I think I'm going to round the corners on this one, just for the heck of it. Ink the edges. Camera is just, oh, so out of line here. It feels like it's like tipped forward or something. Just doesn't seem right. I did clean the studio, and I took a bunch of stuff off the tables, and so I could give a good thorough cleaning, and I might have just not got that right back where it was supposed to be, because it hooks on a little drawer shelf on my desk. So there we go. But I think we're going to embellish this a little bit. So let's go ahead and get a little piece of something or other. Trying to find some little bits here. That's not going to work. I think that will be good. That's a little flower. And then there's my scraps. So I had all these little bits from a cluster or a snippet roll project that I did. So I have a bunch of these little bits left that are already pre-cut, and some of them have the stitching on them, which I think I'm liking this one better. So I think I'm going to put this one on here and create a little bit of a collage bit here. So I'm not going to make it a pocket or anything, so I'm going to glue all sides, glue the whole thing down. That'll do. And I'm just going to kind of put it off to this side a little bit. And then we'll put a little bit of some cluster fun on there. And I just saw this in the basket. These were some little tabby things that I made just from some scrap paper and did some stitching. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue that on the front here, or the top of the journal card. So I love the look of that. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of art glitter glue here on the bottom. Get the back glued first. And I'm going to try to get it even if I can. It looks okay. Get a little bit of glue on the front as well. There we go. And then what do we have? What else do we have? Oh, we've got this. This would be kind of fun. Oh, I already glued that. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Let's see, what do we have we can put on here? We've got a little bit of script and got some circles, but they don't really go. The color doesn't really go. Oh, this is kind of nice. I like that. Just going to tear that a little bit. It's a little bit long. So I like that. Scrap pins are good for something. Mine are getting a little out of hand currently. So, oh, I like that. I'll make sure it's not upside down though. And then let's see what else. Maybe a bit of the paper that it's actually cut from would help to tie that cluster in. So I'm just going to tear a bit from this piece. Maybe a little shorter video today, which is okay. So we'll put this in the journal, and then we'll also put a little bit of other ephemera in that it's already pre-made. So, oh, I like that. Yes. We do need a little piece of lace though. So I've got my little lace bowl here. Let me get this here so we can look together what we might have. It's got, the black might be nice. Let's do a little bit of the black. Yeah, I like that. That's just right. Just right. I don't want to make it too complicated anyway. So let's go ahead and glue this on. It needs to go this way. I am gluing the whole thing down. I was just putting my thumb there so I knew which way was up. So my words are not upside down. So I want to see that stitching. I don't know if you guys can see that. The zigzag stitching on this bit. So I want to be able to see that. And then let's go ahead and put a little bit of this lace on here. I just think it needs to be a little bit smaller, narrower maybe. Like so. Yep, just like that. Oh, I need my art glitter glue because I got a little bit of fabric going on here. I'm going to put this down here a little bit. Put my lace down. And then we'll put this bit on the top. It's already inked, so we're going to use Fabri-Tac. I said art glitter glue. I meant Fabri-Tac, if I didn't say that correctly. And then we're going to put that there. It's not too bulky. I'll show you in a second. It actually flattens out pretty darn nice. I'm going to put this little flower here too. I cut it with a little triple flower punch that I have that I can cut these little flowers in different sizes, and this one just has a really neutral pattern, so I thought it would be perfect. Maybe put it right here. Yeah, let's do that. So art glitter glue. And make sure our writing is going the right direction here. Like so. And I think we'll put a little bit of a, let me see if I can find a little bit of a blingy bit to put on there. I don't want anything too thick, so I'm going to dig here a little bit right behind me. This is what happens when we work on the fly, guys. Pulling stuff from here and there. Got just a little bit of bling. I just don't want anything too bold, and it's going to make the journal, this insert, any big bulkier than it already is. So just, oh, there's some little gems. That would probably be good. So let's go ahead and put one here in the middle of that flower, and then I think I'd like one up here too, just for fun. How about right there? All right, there's that. Okay, so we have a nice back to journal on this journal card, and this is just fine. I'm not even going to put any word on it. I don't feel like it needs it, but I wanted to show you that it is not bulky at all. So I'm going to hold this up and see if you can see. The biggest bulk on it is that little gem that we just put on, so it's actually quite thin. So that's perfect. So let's go ahead and put this in here. And I'm just going to kind of leave that one sticking up a little bit if I can. Stick that little journaling card in. Trying to make it so you can see that tag too. Might be a little bit small, but that's okay. So there we go. So we've got our little folio, and now we need to think about how to close it. And I didn't pre-plan that, so I forgot to ink all of that. And we'll do a little bit of decorating on the front of this one. And I'm thinking I'd like to just put an eyelet here and then just put some ribbon or something to close it, have it wrap around. So let me get my crocodile here. And I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to put the eyelet on the bottom part. So taking those tags out really quick just so they're not in the way. And I have to kind of line this up in front of me in order to be able to see what I'm doing here. So again, not a tutorial on how to use the crocodile. I'm not the person for that. So anyway, so I'm just kind of looking to see if I get it sort of in the middle. That looks to be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a punch. Whoops. I'm going to push that back. There we go. Well, it's going to have to work, isn't it? Let me grab an eyelet, guys. Okay, I think I'll just do black on this. So we're going to go ahead and set this eyelet here, also using the crocodile. And I'm going to go ahead and move that back. Go ahead and set this. I have to kind of move it so that I make sure I get the thing in there, because I've messed these up before, and they're oh, I just messed it up again, didn't I? Ah. Okay, another eyelet. If you get that, if you're not completely lined up, you end up crimping it. Oh, that's because this came out of position. Bummer. Okay, it didn't destroy the hole though, so I can work with that. There we go. Okay, so we've got our eyelet. We've got our little pages. I'm not going to ink the edges of the paper. I totally could do that, but I'm not going to. So I'm wondering if we want to put a word or something right there. Let me see if I've got something so that's not so plain. Just a second, guys. Oh, I like this. Trust your soul. Or listen to your soul. I like that. It's part of a longer quote, but it's speaking to me, so we're going to use it. Listen to your soul. So we're going to let me ink this up really quick. A bit of art glitter glue. I'm just going to put this up here at the top. Kind of semi-straight there, hopefully. There we go. Just a little message for the owner to see when they're getting ready to journal. So let me find some string for that. If I can remember where I put it all. Oh, I've got some ribbon. I think this ribbon might be kind of pretty. Just to keep it simple. That is still off. That. Or maybe we want some sari silk. Let me find the sari silk. What special place did I put it? That would be the question. I did shift some things around in here. I'm gonna go bold, and we're gonna do like a blue here, and it's not sari silk, it's seam binding. I think we're gonna go with, oh, you know what? I picked a navy blue, but I think I'm gonna go for this other blue, which you'll see in just a second here. Like that. It's the things aren't matching, but I'm really actually liking that quite a lot. So I've never done this before, so I'm trying to think about how this would work. Okay, I think we're going to do another eyelet on the top. So let me just get this. Hopefully I can sort of get this matched up here, if you can see that. I'm going to put that right about there. Sorry for the rough go. It is rough. So I need to move that up because I don't want it to be too... And in this case, I have to see where my punch is going down. That's good. Oh, I still need that. And kind of cut into my little word there. Boy, oh boy. Just erase that mark. Another black eyelet here. Whoops. And put that eyelet in there, and then we're going to go ahead and set the eyelet. I kind of tip it so that I can see that it's getting in the hole. There we go. Hopefully this will work better. Not really sure. Not sure at all. It's not quite straight, but that's okay. So now, what do we do? Still don't know what to do. Yeah, like that. That's what I was going for. Had a total brain freeze there. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off a little bit. It's a little bit longer than I need. Quite a bit longer than I need. Scissors. Somebody ate my scissors. Oh, there they are. There we go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just tie her up. Oh, let's put our stuff back in though. Where's our little ephemera? There we go. So I promise I'll fix my camera before next time. This is kind of frustrating because I keep looking up and seeing that it's not really lining up very well. So I will get that resolved. Just going to put this one on top because I want to be able to see it a little bit. There we go. Okay, now let's tie her up. There we go. Just tie in a little bow here. Whoops. And then like so. Oops. I think I need to go take a nap. There we go. It's very long. It's okay. We'll just make the bow really big. Make it fun. Okay, so we do need to do a little bit of embellishing here on the front. We don't need to, but I want to. So I've got some butterflies that I had used my die cut on, so I'm wondering if they would be kind of cool here. Again, it's not the same color scheme, but I'm actually really liking that. And then I've got this little fussy cut flower that I think I definitely want to use, not fussy cut, die cut. Let me go ahead and just trim that off. And I'm going to shift the camera. This is terrible. There we go. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get this on here. Just to add a little bit of interest to the front of this little, I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of a folio, I guess. Oops, I guess we need glue everywhere. There we go. Put our fussy cut flower, die cut flower here. I keep saying fussy cut. There we go. I'm going to get my towel here and give it a press. And let's see if we've got a smaller butterfly here. All my butterflies are kind of large. Not that one. And then I also had, this just spoke to me, but I don't think it doesn't really have to go though, does it? This is actually embossed. I got a 3D embossing, little embossing folder, and this is one of the cuts from it. So I think I am going to go ahead and use that. I think it's really pretty, and it kind of is going along those same lines of just not matching everything, which is okay. Oh. I'm a matchy person, so definitely stretching in that area. So I'm going to put it down here at the base of the flower just because I want to use it, but you can see how intricate that the impression is. It's really beautiful. Just using art glitter glue because it's just paper to paper, like so. And there we go. I like that. It kind of looks like little ground there. Beautiful. And then what do you guys think about the butterfly? I don't know. I don't know about the butterfly. I've also got this little thing, And not liking the butterflies in this case. Oh, this one would work because it's that more neutral color. I think we'll use that. But let me ink it up. It's the same, I think it's the same paper as I cut that the flower out of that's on the inside. So this should work really well. Yeah, there we go. Just get this on here, and then we'll put this in the journal. And you want it up here on the flower, I think. Yeah, there we go. So there is our little folio with a notepad inside. So let's go ahead and get the journal back over here. I hope that you're still watching. I hope you're still watching. There we go. So let's find a page to put this on. And I don't want to cover up that die cut butterfly. Might be kind of nice right here. What do you think? Yep, I think right there is perfect. So I am going to go ahead and leave the top open and just glue the 3 sides so that I can, I have the opportunity for this to be a tuck spot if I make a cool tag or something that I want to put in. So I'm putting my thumb at the top. Sorry. Oh, I'm really close here. And I'm just going to glue the 3 sides. So this side, the bottom. You could totally do this as a floating piece of ephemera and not glue it down, but I'm going to go ahead and glue it down in this case. And I'm going to go ahead and position this so it's kind of even on the page in terms of the borders more than anything, because I've got this stitched border here. So I'm just giving that all a press around the edges. And I'm gonna quickly, I want to make sure that I'm not getting anything glued here, so nothing's oozing out. So I don't want that whole thing to get glued shut. That'd be terrible. And then those paper clips are still, there we go. That's better. Okay. So there is our little folio in its little home here. So I pulled another deal out that I wanted to put in the journal today. This is, I did a video on when I made this ephemera, so it's a little envelope, window envelope, and then it's just got this little card, and I put some coffee dyed paper on the back. I'm gonna move my camera back a little bit. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and get this in the journal too. I'm gonna also insert it. I think I'm gonna glue it on these 3 sides too. I made a mistake when I made this. This flap is actually supposed to be open, but when I did it, I cut the edge and I could not fix it. So let's find a place for her to go. I think this would be a beautiful place for her to go, except I want her on a right-handed page so I can leave the right side open. So how about there? Oh, that's gorgeous. Except we've got this button. That's going to be a problem for bulk. I guess it doesn't matter. I could glue her on and have the tuck be, oh, it's really pretty here too. Decisions. Oh, she's really pretty on this page. Wow. This is, I just did a video on this one, if you want to check out the channel. I just did it as an insert. It's just sitting in here. I think I want this right here, and I think I'm just going to put it in the middle and then just have it be a tuck on the top. So I'm going to hold the top so I know I don't want to glue there, and then I'm just going to glue the other 3 sides. And then we'll be done for today. Sorry, I've been a little off. Hopefully it will get better, but I don't think we can stop just because things aren't going well. You know what I mean? So I just keep creating and keep filming, even if I'm not quite up to snuff. There we go. Oh, she is beautiful on this page because I think this is the same paper as that. but I collaged around it so it's got a variety of different kinds of paper. So there we go, guys. I hope that you enjoyed, and if you like the video, if you give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you'd like, so that you can get notifications of when I post a video. But today we're done. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.